Princess Leonor's heartbreak reality. Why love is so difficult for Spain's future queen. The crown that breaks hearts before it ever touches the head. Princess Leonor may be young, elegant, and admired across Spain, but behind the royal smiles and ceremonial uniforms lies a truth few talk about. Being the future queen of Spain may cost her the freedom to love normally. While the world imagines fairy tale romance, palace walls tell a different story. One of pressure, political expectations, restricted choices, and emotional sacrifice. Leonor does not yet wear the crown. But she already carries its heaviest burden. This is the hidden reality behind why love and marriage may be the hardest challenge of her royal life. Born into duty, not romance. From the moment Princess Leonor was born, her life path was decided. She was not raised to chase personal dreams. She was raised to become queen. Every decision, education, behavior, public image, has been shaped by duty. Unlike ordinary young women who explore relationships freely, Leonor's romantic future is tied to national expectations, political symbolism, royal tradition, public scrutiny. Love, for her, is not private. It is public business. The invisible rules of royal dating. Royal heirs do not date casually. Leonor must consider background of potential partners, political neutrality, public reputation, media reaction, cultural compatibility. A relationship that feels emotionally right might be politically wrong. This invisible checklist restricts her freedom. Many royal heirs experience heartbreak not because love fails, but because duty interferes. The weight of Spain's monarchy's crisis. Spain's monarchy has suffered reputation damage in recent years. Scandals involving former King Juan Carlos weakened public trust. Leonor inherited not stability, but repair responsibility. This means her personal choices carry enormous consequences. Her future marriage will not only represent love. It will represent the monarchy's credibility. One wrong choice could trigger political backlash. Public pressure turns love into performance. Ordinary couples grow privately. Royal couples grow under cameras. If Leonor enters a relationship, every detail will be analyzed. Body language, facial expressions, social media silence, public appearances. This pressure can strain emotional bonds. When love becomes public theater, intimacy suffers. The fear of repeating royal relationship failures. European royal history is filled with troubled marriages. Political unions without emotional connection. Relationships destroyed by media pressure. Royal divorces that damaged institutions. Leonor's advisors are aware of these patterns. They want stability, not romance-driven risk. This cautious environment may make emotional connection harder. The emotional cost of being perfect. Princess Leonor is expected to be disciplined, emotionally controlled, politically neutral, publicly flawless. This perfection standard creates emotional isolation. How does someone open their heart when vulnerability is discouraged? Royal training teaches restraint. But relationships require openness. This conflict creates emotional tension. Military training changed her identity. Leonor's military education strengthened her discipline, but also reshaped her personality. Military life teaches emotional control, authority, endurance, leadership. While this builds strength, it can create emotional distance. Balancing leadership identity with emotional intimacy is difficult. Privacy is almost impossible. Leonor's generation lives online, yet she must remain largely offline. She cannot express emotions freely. She cannot post personal moments. She cannot publicly share relationship milestones. This isolation separates her from normal emotional experiences. Love thrives on connection, not secrecy. The royal marriage expectation. Spain expects its future queen to marry someone who represents stability, respectability, cultural alignment, institutional safety. This expectation narrows personal choice. Leonor's heart may want one thing. The monarchy may demand another. That conflict is a recipe for emotional strain. The loneliness of being a symbol. Leonor is not seen as a girl. She is seen as a symbol. People admire her role, not her emotions. This symbolic identity creates loneliness. It becomes difficult to trust whether someone loves Leonor the person, or Leonor the future queen. Media pressure destroys normal relationship growth. If Leonor ever dates publicly, paparazzi will follow. Headlines will speculate. Rumors will circulate. Social media will judge. Normal relationship mistakes become global scandals. Few relationships survive that pressure. Political neutrality limits partner options. Spain's politics are deeply divided. Leonor must avoid partners connected to political parties, business scandals, controversial families. This drastically limits potential matches. Romantic freedom becomes restricted territory. The emotional maturity required is extreme. Leonor must develop emotional intelligence beyond her age. She must handle criticism calmly, suppress public emotion, remain neutral, lead with dignity. This emotional burden makes personal vulnerability difficult. Love requires vulnerability. Royal life discourages it. The modern generation conflict. Leonor belongs to Generation Z. Her generation values emotional honesty, personal freedom, authentic relationships. But monarchy values tradition, stability, controlled image. This cultural clash creates internal conflict. The sacrifice few see. If Leonor becomes queen, her marriage will never be private. Vacations, anniversaries, even family moments become public. This constant exposure exhausts relationships. Many royal couples struggle with burnout. Why Spain wants her to succeed, but fears mistakes. The public hopes Leonor will modernize the monarchy. But they also fear scandal. This contradiction puts pressure on her romantic life. She must be modern, but not risky. Human, but not flawed. The emotional strength she is building. Despite these challenges, Leonor is developing resilience. Her discipline, education, and leadership training prepare her emotionally. She is learning to manage pressure early. This may help her navigate future relationships more carefully. Why people feel protective toward her. Many Spaniards feel sympathy for Leonor. They see a young woman carrying national responsibility. This emotional connection creates public support, but also higher expectations. The true heartbreak risk. The greatest heartbreak Leonor may face is not failed romance. It is choosing duty over personal happiness. That sacrifice defines monarchy. Will love be possible for her? Love is possible, but it will never be simple. Leonor's future relationship will require strong emotional maturity, mutual understanding, privacy protection, shared responsibility. Only rare partnerships survive royal pressure. Conclusion. A princess preparing for love under impossible conditions. Princess Leonor is growing into leadership long before she experiences freedom. Her future marriage will not fail because of weakness. It will be challenged because of responsibility. Because crowns are heavy. Because duty demands sacrifice. Because being queen means loving differently. If Leonor succeeds in balancing love and monarchy, she will not just rule Spain. She will redefine what modern royalty truly means. And that journey, emotional, political, and personal, has only just begun.